I'm Chris Kubal, and here's a look at your Local 5 weather impact forecast. We're tracking storms once again Friday evening. I think in particular about 4 o'clock till 8 p.m. Initial storms forming along a cold front, quickly forming into a line that frontal timing is going to be critical on who sees that front. And I think east and southeast Iowa as the focal point. Basically anywhere east of this cold front, I'm really going to be concerned for storms. If you're to the west, that threat's going to be conditional and mostly associated with the timing of that front. Storms building up again around 4 o'clock and pushing their way eastward very quickly. It's nice to see a quiet day as we go into Thursday evening. We'll keep the clear conditions. Temperatures not quite as chilly for the overnight, but then we do start to run into Friday, and those storms building up, especially through the later stages of the afternoon here. You see with those rain chances and less of a risk. I want to point out Fort Dodge, that rain chance pretty small as we go into the afternoon. More of a chance for you to miss out. But here's the threats we're looking at. I think widespread wind is the biggest risk as that pushes its way eastward. There will be some pockets of hail that will be possible. And then along that line, a spin-up tornado also building in with that threat, especially so again over eastern Iowa. Here's Futurecast as we take a look at your Friday scenario. You can see the wind shift that's associated with that cold front. By 1:15, it's already up to about the I-35 corridor. Now, again, timing differences, but if you're behind this front, you're not going to be seeing severe storms if they haven't fired already. We'll watch that activity build along the front as we do go into the afternoon. Futurecast is trying to pin maybe a couple of lines, but either way, they grow into a solid line and shift their way eastward. This is the scene at 5 o'clock and continuing to push that way as we go through the rest of the evening. Shaping up to be a cold one for the weekend. That wind is going to be out of the south, turning breezy as we go through Friday morning, but then that northwest wind hits, and that's really going to drive home those colder temperatures. Huge day-over-day difference as we go from 80 degrees on Friday to 53 for the high on Saturday. Short-lived with that cooling effect, as we'll warm right back up well into the 70s through the middle of this upcoming week. Now again, as we continue on, we are going to be looking at a cooler Saturday taking shape here, but void of significant precipitation chances. In fact, we'll keep things dry, fairly sunny as well. 63 degrees tonight with our overnight low, and then 80 for Friday. It's going to be a little bit quieter in the western part of the state, but those afternoon and evening storms firing up, especially over eastern and southeastern Iowa. Upper 70s to low 80s expected over the vast majority of central Iowa. A little cooler out west where that cold front hits before peak heating. We'll build back up after that cooler weekend and enjoy some 70s, a fairly quiet looking stretch as well. Late on Wednesday, we'll start to bring that next rain chance back in. Looks to be, again, another active stretch with some rain and thunderstorm chances through the end of next week and next weekend.